All right, guys, let's talk about the different variations of a push-up, starting from a very beginner push-up, walking all the way down to a one-arm push-up, all right? So first thing before we even talk about push-ups is we wanna talk about kind of structural integrity here. So every time I'm pushing, I wanna keep my shoulder blades back and down. So as I'm pushing, my shoulder blades are back. I don't want my shoulders dumping forward like this, all right? So always pull my shoulders back when I'm pressing, and of course keep my core tight, so keep my ribs in and my butt tucked in. So it's almost kind of, I'm curling up, almost kind of making like a banana shape with my torso here. I don't want to be dipping like that. So starting off with the very first level of a push-up is you can go find a couch, box, bench, whatever, for an elevated push-up. So when I do a push-up, I want to turn my hands out a little bit and squeeze my elbows in. I'm gonna start off here. Remember, tuck my butt in and come down all the way here, right? If I couldn't do that, of course I could go higher, right? Something where I feel comfortable with. And of course you can go lower and lower until you're basically going towards the ground, all right? Work down as low as you can with those push-ups. Remember, you know, starting off high, then going low, going full range of motion all the way up, all the way down, all right? If you don't have access to a box or a bench or something like that, then of course you can go to your knees. So the variations of that, you can start off on your knees here, walking down here. You can start off going a little bit higher, and then of course you can go a little bit lower and lower until you have full range of motion, all right? Once you got full range of motion in the knee push-up, then you can go to a full push-up here, and you can go down either as low as you can, or you can also play around with as a negative, so try to control it down as low as you can go, fight, until you kind of plop on the ground, knee push-up up, and come down again, right? And once you get pretty good at that, then you can just go into a full standard push-up all the way down, all the way up here, right? Once you get to a full push-up, the next two progressions that we're gonna work with is first a side-to-side push-up, and then going into a full one-arm push-up. So a side-to-side push-up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my hands a little bit wider than I would for a regular push-up. I'm gonna turn my hands out a little bit, and what I'm gonna try to do is touch my shoulder to one hand like this, come up, and then other shoulder here, all right? And then I can start to walk my hands out further and further until my hands are locked out, my opposite arm is locked out all the way. And then I'm going, this is called like a side-to-side push-up, sometimes called an archer push-up as well, right? And notice I turn my hands out a little bit, so kind of play around with it. I recommend turning your hands out a little bit, kind of helps you keep a stable shoulder. You can also spread your feet out a little bit as well. So I'm here, going side to side, here, and this is basically like an assisted one-arm push-up, all right? So once I get to the point where I can do this pretty well, then you can go to a full one-arm push-up, which is here. Put my hands all a little wider, and I come down here, working there, right? That's probably gonna be plenty challenging for most of you, but if you get to the point to where that's just super easy, you can kind of play around with a foot elevated one-arm push-up, which I'm here, and then I'm walking down like that, all right? Which is plenty challenging, all right? So those are kind of the variations there, starting with an elevated push-up, walking down as low as you can, or starting with a knee push-up, then going into regular push-ups, side-to-side push-ups, one-arm push-ups, and then going into the feet elevated one-arm push-ups if you need to. If you find out as well that the side-to-side push-ups are pretty easy, but you can't do the one-arm push-ups, you can have a step in the middle and work to a elevated one-arm push-up as well to put in between the side-to-side push-ups and the one-arm push-ups. So those are the push-up progressions. See where you're at, challenge yourself, try to get, to further and further progressions each week over the months to get stronger and stronger and really test yourself. So those are the push-up progressions. Have fun with those.